Hi guys, my name is Broseph and this is going to be a discussion video about the decline and the history of FC Ultimate Team, also known as FIFA Ultimate Team. Because it started in FIFA 09 as an expansion set, and by FIFA 17 it sold over 21 million copies, with most users trying Ultimate Team expected to be around 15 million users over that year. Well, if you look at the amount of users now in FC 26, it has declined to only 122,000 active users, and that's solely because a lot of people start playing now because of the World Cup. Earlier this year it was even less. So we're gonna look at the history of Ultimate Team year by year and look at how this decline has formed. Because it started in FIFA 09. It was a paid expansion mode which you could get for only $8. There was a chemistry system solely based on players being in the right position and having the right formation. Because every player back then had a certain formation on its card, and it had to match the formation of your actual team. And if it did not, it would get less chemistry. There were no special cards back then, so no Team of the Weeks, Team of the Years and Team of the Seasons, let alone non-performance based cards like Ultimate Scream or Fuddies. There was also morale back in then, which means that if players had a low morale, they would have less composure and would run less, which is currently known as composure in FC 26. Also, players had fitness, and it means that if their fitness got low, then they would have less stamina in the game. So after every 2 or 3 games, you had to increase the player's fitness by using fitness cards, which you could buy or pack. Then in FIFA 10, 1 year later, there was a chemistry system introduced, and there were black or green links between the cards. If the players were from the same nation or league, they would get a small green link, and if they were from the same club and the same nation, they would get a bright green link, as you can see in the picture on the right below. There were special cards introduced, Team of the Weeks and Team of the Years, but they didn't have special colors back then, so they weren't black or blue as we know now. Slowly the game mode got more fans, got more users. People were still paying back then, but then got FIFA 11 and it became a free game mode. So everybody could play Ultimate Team no matter if you paid or not. Also, there were Team of the Weeks and Team of the Year cards introduced, both of them being black. So black Team of the Week cards and black Team of the Year cards, which were the first true special cards. Because you can see in the picture on the right, bottom corner, that Totti, Sergio, Juan, and Maxes were Team of the Week cards. Then in FIFA 12. The Ultimate GOAT started playing, which is me. I started playing in FIFA 12, which means that I've been playing this game for almost 15 years now, and I'm really passionate about this game, and I care so much, and I still play it every single day. In FIFA 12, happy hours got introduced, which means that 1 hour every week there would be special packs in the store. This started off with 15k packs and 25k packs, but later on in the season, near the end of FIFA 12, 100k packs were introduced. And there's an interview with one of the developers from EA Sports, which said that they were actually kind of anxious about how it would be received, because they were afraid that people would look at them as money wolves. But back then, still a lot of people, especially content creators on YouTube, bought these packs, so it was a success. And this foreshadows the mindset of EA nowadays about making a lot of money, because this game mode only got bigger and bigger, it grew rapidly, and a lot of packs were being sold for actual money. So EA had money signs, dollar signs in their eyes, and only wanted more money. This is also the year that Team of the Season was introduced, so not just Team of the Year, but also Team of the Season, which got blue cards. Just like the Team of the Years, the Team of the Years also got blue cards in that year. Then in FIFA 13, there were no major changes. You can look at the team down below, it looks so good. Formation cards were still a thing, but morale cards had been removed from the game. Then FIFA 14 Ultimate Team, 1 year later. The only remarkable change was the World Cup mode being introduced, and oh my lord, it was amazing. It was a pack only mode, so there was no market, you couldn't buy players from the market, you had to pack them, and there was a tournament, and it was absolutely insane. I still miss it. I sincerely hope that EA will bring back those World Cup modes, but I can't see that happening anytime soon, sadly. Then in FIFA 15, the Legends were added on Xbox, which was the previous version of Icons, and it has only developed more since then, because about 40 to 50 were added back then, with Baresi, Blanc, Bremen, some Legends which are no longer in the game today, but they were only on Xbox, so only Xbox players could actually use those Legends. Then in FIFA 16, 1 year later, the FUT Draft was introduced, which was a new game mode which you had to pay 15,000 coins for, or €3 worth of FIFA points, and then you could play a draft, and it was a drastic change. People loved it because it was an easy way to experience playing with the top rated cards. For example, Ronaldo, Messi, Icons as well, those were all added to the FUT Draft, and it was an easy experience to contain playing with those cards, which was absolutely amazing. So far EA Sports was doing a good job. The game mode grew rapidly popular. It was free to play. You really did not have to play, have to put a lot of money into this game, because honestly, with rare gold cards, you could play with them all year long. All formations were usable. The 3-5-2 was really strong back then. I still enjoy I still have a fond memory of that, but it all changed in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team, because two major changes happened to the franchise. First of all, FUT Champions was added with the Weekend League, and that was a way to contain, in quite a short amount of time, contain a lot of packs. A lot of high-rated packs. It started off with 100k packs and Team of the Week packs, but those grew over the years, and now we've got 88 by 10 packs, we've got even 95 by 14 packs right now, currently in FC26, and it is a way that the amount of packs you got tenfolded. So you can open 10 times more packs right now than you could in FIFA 16, which makes packing special players less special, because you can pack them all the time from those FUT Champions rewards. It makes it truly less special. Furthermore, it makes winning more important, because the more wins you get in FUT Champions, the better rewards you get, which introduced the meta, which is the most effective type of achieving those wins. And therefore, using those rare gold cards, 78 rated, 79 rated, 80 rated, was no longer feasible, because it wasn't enough, and people wanted to get to higher amount of wins in FUT Champions, and therefore people now only started using the meta players, and we still see that 9 years later, with everybody using Piña at the start of the game, not because they like using Piña, because they want her in your ultimate team, but actually because she's the most meta player and we want to get to as much wins as possible. Furthermore, squad building challenges, also known as SBCs, were added, which was a great thing at the start of the game, and I still really enjoy SBCs. I do SBCs on a daily basis, so I can't imagine Ultimate Team without it, but it made special players easier to obtain via those SBCs, which I think is a very good thing, but it also introduced the way of obtaining even more packs. And it started off with marquee matchups, which was really cool back in the day. Right now it's absolutely awful. You won't do them after the second week of the cycle. But by obtaining more packs, it makes packing good players less special. Because in FIFA 16, if you packed, I remember packing Aguero in FIFA 12. I still remember that. Because it was so special to packing Aguero, which was 88 rated in FIFA 12. While from FIFA 17 onwards, it became so easy to obtain the best cards, to obtain icons, to obtain special cards, that it truly grew less special, and FUT Champions and SBCs are the sole cause for that. Then we can get to FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Legends were replaced by icons, and there were 3 tiers slash versions of those icons: a baby icon, a standard icon, or also known as a base icon, and a prime icon. And icons became available for all consoles, so not just on Xbox anymore, but also on PC and PS4. That was a good change in my opinion, because it made icons available to all users, not just those on Xbox. Seasons got replaced by Division Rivals, and this was a bad thing, because Division Rivals only gives rewards once a week, while with Seasons, as soon as you completed the season, which was just 10 games, you could get the instant reward of 15,000 coins in Division 1, up to a few smaller packs in Division 10. And it changed because of Division Rivals. Now you only get rewards on Thursday, so as soon as you finish your Division Rivals games, there's no real reason to play those anymore, and you have to wait for a few days to obtain those rewards. Also in FIFA 18 there was another World Cup mode, but it was way too easy. The pack weight from the icons and the high rated players like Griezmann and Cristiano Ronaldo was way too high. So it was really easy to obtain a top team, which made the game less durable. It was finished quite soon actually. It wasn't as big a success as in 2014. Then FIFA 19 came along and Icon Moments was introduced, which was a big middle finger to everybody in the community who had Prime icons. Users thought that by getting the Prime icons they had the best version of those icons, but Icon Moments were introduced as a fourth tier, which was a big middle finger to the community because the value of the Prime icons lowered massively, because people now wanted the Icon Moments, which a lot of people didn't really enjoy. Furthermore, there were the first non-performance based promotions like Ultimate Scream and Futties. This means that players got special cards, promo cards, and not because of Team of the Week, Team of the Year, Team of the Season, Man of the Matches were already a thing then, but also just because EA liked putting those players into special promotions, which started off the special promotion campaign, which still is seen today, experienced today. Back then it was really special to pack a promotion card like a Team of the Week, Team of the Season, Team of the Year, while currently we have special players in packs every single week, which really kills the hype of packing one of those special cards, because honestly yesterday I packed I think 20 Phenoms cards in total, which makes it so if you see the purple tunnel right now you're not excited because you know that it's probably gonna be a shitty special card, while back then packing a special card like a Team of the Season or a Team of the Year was absolutely awesome. It was incredible to pack a blue or black card, and that has totally disappeared and taken out all the fun of packing a special card. Then FIFA 20 came along, and it was the moment of the creation of the greatest YouTube channel of all time, which is Captain Broseph, which you are currently watching right now. The Moments game mode was introduced, which started off really well with some challenges that you could do in Moments. It still exists today, 6 cycles later, 6 seasons later, but it hasn't been changed since then, and to be honest, it's absolutely awful. The idea is so good, but the execution was terrible back then, and is even worse by now. By now, EA should just remove it from the game or completely change the overall. And last but not least, the objective step was introduced, including a season pass. This was a great thing in my opinion, because by completing objectives you could obtain packs, which is really nice because it gives you a reason to play for, especially if you've already finished your FUT Champs and your Division Rivals, then you can still focus on completing those objectives. But the contradicting side on that is that it makes packing special players and high rated players even less special. Due to objectives being in the game, you get multiple high rated packs per day. Right now, if you complete 5 SBCs, you get 30 tokens for the objectives, and then you can spend those tokens and get a few special cards, which is absolutely, well, it makes it really addicting, because you can get a lot of special cards and you like being special cards. There's a lot of FOMO in this game, fear of missing out, because if you don't play for a week, it means that you could fall behind, and EA really profits on that FOMO. But on the other hand, it makes packing good players less special, so it's ultimately maybe not such a good thing. Then FIFA 21 came along, no major changes, still the old chemistry system, so we're gonna skip right through that. And then in FIFA 22, you can already see by the picture in the bottom right now that it was the introduction of heroes in the game. So players which were which were world-class players, but not quite iconic, were given hero cards, which made packing special cards even less special. And there was for the first time no World Cup game mode. I still don't know why there wasn't a game mode back in FIFA 22, because it still had the license over the World Cup, but FIFA decided not to introduce that game mode. I still don't know why, and I think it's a big shame, because the World Cup mode in FIFA 14 was the best thing that we have ever seen up till now. Then FIFA 23 comes along. We're getting towards the end now. There was a new chemistry system introduced. There were no longer red, orange or green links, but by now it was all due to the new chemistry system, which we still know today, which is a lot harder to understand for the casual players. Therefore, a lot of casuals stopped playing this game because it's really hard to understand when you start playing this game. Furthermore, it's more difficult to make hybrids, because in the past it was really easy to make a hybrid with one club or nation or league on the left side and one club, nation or league on the right side, which is way more difficult right now with the current chemistry system. Furthermore, it reduced the value of icons, because icons used to play a huge part in creating hybrids. If you would place a center mid icon in the middle, such like Xavi, that would be the foundation of making a hybrid squad. But by reducing the importance of icons, they got less value. It got less important to pack icons because you didn't really need them anymore. Besides that, there was the rise of leakers on Twitter, also known as X, which creates less hype because you already know which players are going to be in packs 5 days before they are actually in packs, which makes it a lot like YouTubers cover the leaks. I also check the leaks because I want to know, but it kills the hype for every single promotion. And furthermore, there's a lot of market manipulation, because there's a lot of Discord groups right now which are hosted by the leakers, and they make sure that they already know which SBCs are coming out, which evolutions are coming out. I will introduce evolutions later in the next slide. But there's a lot of market manipulation, which makes them a lot of profit, but it hurts the casual player, driving them away from this game. And also, it's hard for traders to actually trade now due to this market manipulation by leakers. Also, it was the year that the first promo icons were introduced, the Team of the Year icons. I still remember that Team of the Year Gullit and Team of the Year Ronaldinho, which were introduced back then. And it was such a success that they also introduced FUT birthday icons, such as that Ronald Koeman, which you can see in the bottom right corner. By introducing promo icons, by making them really obtainable during those promos, it made icons even less special. Back in FIFA 17, when icons were introduced to all platforms, also for PlayStation, for me, it was so special to pack an icon card. But right now, in FIFA 23, they were less important because of the new chemistry system, and also they were way more obtainable, therefore making them less special to pack. FC 24, the change from FIFA to FC, and probably by far the biggest change in recent FC history, because evolutions were introduced, which made sure that you could evolve your players from your favorite club or your favorite players or your favorite nation up to the scratch which was needed to perform in Division Rivals and FUT Champs. But it made less, because evolutions sometimes an evolution is really overpowered and it's the only thing that people want, and therefore it's less special to pack a huge new promo card. Because why would you care about packing a promo card which is 87 rated when you can also evolve your player up to 87 rated and it's your favorite player? Therefore it's less special to pack promo cards, to pack high rated gold cards. So even though evolutions were great for lower rated clubs, for example, I'm a huge Ajax fan, as you can tell by my profile picture. So it's great for me to level up Ajax players up to scratch, but it means that packing a regular Mbappe isn't special anymore if you've also got a 91 rated Ajax player already in your team. Furthermore, women were added to the game, which is a controversial topic. I like the fact that you can play with women in Ultimate Team. I'm just not sure whether adding women to the same Ultimate Team was the right choice. Maybe they should make a separate Ultimate Team just for women players, because they do deserve a spot in FC 26 and FC 27 in the future, but adding them both to the same Ultimate Team just causes difficulties, because headers are no longer strong, because if headers were overpowered, then no one would use women anymore, because women are typically a lot shorter than men. So because women are shorter than men, EA have introduced a way that headers are no longer effective. They're no longer the meta. Furthermore, there's a lot of pack dilution, because even though a few there are always almost every promotion, there are new promo cards for women added to the game, which are quite strong. But besides that, there's a lot of trash women, just like there are a lot of trash men. So the amount of trash cards and filler cards doubled since then. And if you know statistics, then you know that the chance of packing a trash card has grown bigger because of that. And the chance of packing a strong promo card, no matter whether it's a woman or a man, has decreased, which is a horrible thing. So packs contain less good cards now, which really kills off the fun of opening packs. Furthermore, baby and prime icons were removed. We only have base icons now at the start of the game. And last but not least, the really important aspect is that playstyles were added. They are harder to understand for the casual gamer, because what exactly do they do? How do they work? When do they work? How important are they? And furthermore, attributes, also known as stats, are less important. Because you can have 99 finishing in the game right now. If you don't have Finesse Shot Plus or Low Driven Plus or Game Changer Plus, it's really not effective at the moment. You can have a really strong standing tackle, but if you don't have Anticipate, most of your tackles will still miss. So therefore it made stats less important. While people loved stats, you loved seeing a card and instantly knowing by the stats whether it was a good or a bad card, while right now we instantly flip to the playstyle page to check which playstyles they have, which is a bad thing in my opinion. Then FC25 came along, the previous game to this year's cycle. They introduced the Premium Season Pass, because EA really started to focusing more on money in FC25, because they introduced the Premium Season Pass, which you could buy for, I think, 10 euros. You can buy every season a Season Pass to gain more players, more special players, more packs, more special evolutions. But it was an easy way, another way to obtain more money from EA Sports. Furthermore, a lot, and then I mean a lot more promo packs were added into the store. If you look into the store right now, you can obtain so many store packs. So EA are just focused on obtaining as much money as possible, and it really became clear during FC25. Furthermore, roles were added. It changed the player tactics and instead got replaced by roles, which makes it even more difficult for the casual player to understand, and it drove a lot of casual players away from this game. Because right now you don't just have to focus on your formation and the player stats, but you also have to take playstyles into account and furthermore the roles, which overcomplicates this once so easy game mode. Furthermore, due to SBCs becoming every year it becomes more important, web app extensions were introduced just like build tools, and they grew rapidly, making even more packs faster, and therefore opening packs made it less special, and you get less hype when you do finally pack a promo card, because you can pack many promo cards every single day. And then we get to FC26, the downfall of this year's game cycle, and that's all mostly due to the fact that EA had a whole We Are Listening campaign. It was introduced before during the promotion of the game, when the trailers launched, when the pitch notes launched, when the deep dives came into effect, and EA said, we are listening to the community and we're gonna focus on what you guys want. Well, that couldn't have been a bigger lie, honestly. Because so far they said we're gonna slow the power curve because that's what players want. We want to play, you guys want to play with gold cards longer, so therefore we're gonna decrease the pack weight and decrease the power curve. Well, on day one of this game cycle, I'm not even kidding, on day one of this game cycle, they already threw store packs of 100k packs into the game. It was the biggest middle finger I've ever seen, and after that EA went real quiet. They weren't listening anymore. Only the last 2 months they have been listening, but that's because they want to push FC27 sometime soon, and not because they really care about the consumers. There is so many promo cards in the global limits and the promo packs. Every day you can spend $450. Imagine that. Every day, let me repeat it, you can spend $450 on special packs and global limits packs. That means that if you do it times 365 days, that you get to a huge amount, which could buy you a house. And for people with a pack addiction, that's absolutely horrible. Furthermore, they introduced the silver icons. And at the start of the game, they were evolvable, but EA soon learned that that was a horrible idea because people evolved, especially the gullet card, a lot. And therefore made special promo cards in packs less appealing, because you could have your upgraded, evolved gullet card. So why would you buy packs? So they instantly removed being able to evolve silver icons, which makes them absolutely useless in the current game. And to FC26 is also the rise of FUT Genie. I currently have it as well. It makes it so easy to pack. To build SBC packs, but that leads to the problem of too many that you open too many packs, and that packing players is really easy now, and they are less special. The future, are there going to be more microtransactions? I think so, because there's going to be less people buying next year's game, so therefore they need to make that up by getting more money from the people who do play this game. Would it lead to even less users? I think so. I think that if EA continue this downward spiral of making everything pay to win for even the most basic of things, that there will be less users on the game. In my opinion, they either have to revamp the game mode into something completely different, or at least reverse a few of the features and focus less on obtaining money and more on actually listening to your community and what they want. So, if you like this video, I spent a lot of time creating it, then please subscribe to this channel because more FC content and other games content is on its way. And don't forget to like this video. And for now, this was Captain Broseph. Ciao.